this is a very touching story. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about Nomadland, and it's on Hulu. It follows this woman played by Frances McDormand. Her name is Fern, and she basically loses everything in the Great Recession. So she gets up and she leaves, and she lives in her van like a modern day nomad. She starts off working at Amazon, and she meets some people, and she lives in like a RV camp in her van, and it's she goes on like this adventure of finding herself again, but while also not depending on staying in this small town she was in. And it's just amazing to see. She goes to this place in Arizona where they have like this convention for people who's trying to live in vans and be nomads, and she learns a lot there, and all the people are really friendly, taking care of each other, looking out for one another. And it's not based on a true story per se, but there are real people in this story. There's one character, Linda May. She's a real life nomad, and there was a book written about her life. That's how this movie was made. But she's playing herself essentially in the movie. She's not playing her character, and it really hits you when you see Fern talking to Linda May, because Linda May is telling her real life stories. And it's one moment, they're talking to each other. They're in like this van, and it's really tight space. And Linda May is telling a story about how she was going to kill herself. She was going to buy some booze and then basically turn on the oven and then light a cigarette and like blow herself up. And that's a true story. And it hits different, when you know those type of things. And it's just interesting to see Fern navigate, around in this van, just living, having her best life, as an older woman, whose husband has passed away, and she had to get out of there. And people were concerned about her in the beginning, like, oh, you don't have a house, do you want to stay here? And she's like, no, I'm good, I'm gonna make it. And then she meets all these different people along the way. She takes all these different odd jobs, to make sure she can take care of her van. It's a disconnect from the things we're used to seeing in terms of all this technology everywhere. And yes, these people do use technology. They have Facebook and they have phones just in case, because they're living sometimes in the middle of nowhere. So they have to have those things of communication, but it's quiet a lot of times. And the scenery is beautiful. The way it's shot, it just looks like you're there. It just feels like you're there. It brings you in, and you have that connection to Fern as she makes connections with all these different people, around her. And it's not a movie for everyone. I'm going to say that now. It's not really fast paced. It's slow and quiet at times, but I had a great job just watching, Frances McDormand on screen, just navigating the things around her and meeting all these people. It's a cool movie. I think you should check it out if you want to watch something different. This is the movie for you. Again, it's on Hulu. I had a great time with it. And it makes you want to get out and not live in a van, but get out and like communicate with people and have these different connections and these different moments, with people. And hopefully we can do that again once this COVID phase passes. But those are just my thoughts. If you watched the movie, please let me know what you thought about it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.